everybody, I'm here this morning to do a demonstration on how to give a box plant the shape of the perfect sphere. It's actually quite easy, and once you follow the actual procedure, step 1, step 2, step 3, there should be no problem at all. But it's pretty much like being a bit of a sculptor. When you buy a plant like this, what you aim is that it won't grow too fast, because otherwise you have to keep on shaping it that way over and over and over. So box hedges have become very popular for this kind of topiary, we call it. So the method to do is, first of all, make sure that you understand where the center of the plant is, because everything from the center of the plant is going to be absolutely symmetric and follow the diameter. So the next thing you do is that you're going to create a cylinder. So you would use this side of the shears to create a 90-degree cut all around the entire plant, and it will end up looking pretty much like a cylinder. Step number 3 is that you're going to use the angle of the shears to cut the bottom part so that it's nice and tucked in the bottom part of the bush all around it. So you're going to have to be moving around it. And step number 4 is where you use the other side, like the back of the shears, but on a different position, either from the bottom up all around the entire bush, or from the top down, whatever way is more comfortable for you. The final step will be where we will make the center a little bit chubby. So let's talk in more action. Let's get on with it. Step number 1, the cylinder. Important to just simply keep going and turn around and keep an eye on the center of the plant so that you always bear that in mind. Another important thing, that this has to be absolutely perpendicular with the floor, and just keep turning around. Alright, so it's beginning to look more like a cylinder. And don't worry about it. Right, so now you have the cylinder made up, everything at the top is still sticking out. So step number 2, use that angle to go underneath. Bend your knees rather than leaning like that, because you have to mind your back always. Okay, that's that. Step number 3, we're going to create that other 45-degree angle, and I'm going to do it from the top, making sure that I keep an eye on the center of the plant. So always about that angle, and I just keep on turning. Okay. Step number 5, I forget which one I am in. I'm going to make that little pointy bit more flat. You're nearly there now. This stage is just correcting all those bits and pieces that weren't done properly, but at this stage you should be able to actually see the sphere forming. So all those little corners are now corrected. This is where you can apply a little bit of your good eye. A few bits and pieces here and there. course, to stand back and take a look at the way it looks like from the distance. You can do that as well. But it looks pretty good to me. So more or less this is the way you create a sphere. So happy chopping!